He's Ed.
And he's Steph.
And this is Techbyte
with Ed and Steph.
Now, we'd like to start by saying that Ed's voice is a little bit croaky today. He usually sounds a lot more kind of whiny, annoying and high-pitched. So kind of make the most of the fact that in this first episode, he can't talk too much.
He's lovely, isn't he?
This is the first edition of our fortnightly tech-based talk show in association with the ECS Entrepreneurs, aimed at people with an interest in tech, but without the knowledge or the jargon to follow it up. A bit like us, really.
Because we're basically useless human beings.
Yeah, listen to me, yeah.
In our later shows, we're going to do app reviews and tech reviews and give you a couple of student hacks to make your life a lot easier. And we're also going to do interviews with a variety of people in the tech world.
And the main focus of our interviews will be the candidates for the ECS Entrepreneurs, represent, main annual event, Dragon's Den. And last year, £60,000 went to Southampton students setting up their own tech businesses. And this year it will hopefully be even bigger.
We'll be tracking the candidates' progress as they go through the show, and we'll make sure that you get all the dirty secrets behind the progress.
So this week it's just a taster episode of what is to come from me and Ed. And so we've decided to look at Twitter and what is going wrong and why.
Now, Twitter is quite a strange social media. I mean, there's a couple of problems. There has a kind of a bit of a lack of focus, and people get frustrated with the character limit. I mean, myself, I've had Twitter for many years now, and I'm still not sure if I am having political rants about like, the current system, or if I'm just having a massive kind of, oh my god, my favourite show is what is happening, why are they killing that person off? So that's a current problem with Twitter.
Now, if you compare it to something like Facebook, which has a very clear purpose. It's an online diary with a messenger service to talk to your friends, and it's where you get invited to parties, which is always the best part of your day. And if you're a bit like me and Ed, then it might be where you post your videos of doing karaoke in the Stags on a Thursday and get a lot of likes, because obviously we can sing very well.
I mean, I sounded like a drowning cat, but, you know, we looked good. Then we have other social networks like LinkedIn, which is essentially a professional Facebook, which you can use to connect to other people in your field. I mean, Steph and I, we've had LinkedIn for about a week now, and we both already have a better idea of what we're doing on there compared to what we're doing on Twitter, and we've both had Twitter for a very long time.
Then there's other sites such as Instagram, which is obviously just to post photos for your friends to see with filters on so that you look better than you look in real life. And if you're someone like me, then yes, you do need that.
I mean, I love adding my cheeky holiday snaps on there, you know, just to make everyone a bit jealous of what I'm doing. I mean, then you have other ones, like my personal favourite Snapchat, you know, where you just take a really brief kind of 10-second snapshot look at what you're doing in your life. And then you add a filter. They've got those cool kind of like video things you can do now. And I mean, let's be real, the main purpose is to send some ugly selfies to your nearest and dearest.
You shouldn't be sending nice photos on Snapchat. That's what Instagram's for.
Like if you're sending nice Snapchats, reevaluate your life.
So by no means are we suggesting that Twitter is a Bebo or a MySpace. It's not a failed social media, but growth has very much ground to a halt over the last couple of years.
Between the third and fourth quarter of last year, Twitter reported only 4 million new users, which was massively down from 2013 when they were getting 4 million new users per month. Now that was 70% less than what they aimed for last year. Now, even though Twitter has failed at them growing the amount it aimed to, this is by no means the end of the road. Facebook is also struggling with growth, but the only difference is that Facebook is already a colossal company with over 1 billion users, whereas Twitter does not have that. The amount of followers yet. Also, Facebook is the kind of thing that you're never going to get rid of. You're always going to need the events planner to plan a party, and you're always going to need the messenger system to message your friends. But Twitter does not have that unique selling point.
Another problem that Twitter has is that many of its users, unlike Facebook, are totally inactive or just simply don't tweet very much, such as myself, which suggests that a lot of people are a bit disenchanted with how Twitter works. I mean, you will always get those sort of die-hard tweeters like Ed that anytime anything remotely kind of funny or interesting, or even not very interesting most of the time, comes to do his head, he tweets it. I mean, it's something like 20,000 tweets or something.
I am actually kind of ashamed and also very proud of the amount of things I've tweeted. I'd rather we didn't go into it, but, you know, ridiculous amounts. I mean, that is another problem with Twitter. I mean, compared to Facebook, so many accounts, so many people tweet all the time that when you actually go back onto Twitter, I mean, you're nowhere near where you last left off. Whereas Facebook tailors the timeline to show you what you care about the most. Whereas Twitter, it does, but it just does not do it in an effective way.
Now we'll check in on the growth of Twitter in early 2016 to see if the fact that Jack Dorsey, the original CEO of Twitter, who has just taken over, will be able to resolve the Twitter growth problem.
That's all from us this week, a much shorter version of what we plan to do in the future, so please stay tuned. You can follow us on Twitter, the details will be below, or like the ECS Entrepreneurs Club on Facebook.
Now, we know it's really ironic that we keep pushing Twitter given what we've just said, but also if you see any news stories in the next couple of weeks before our next show that you think are quite interesting and you'd like us to discuss, then please tweet them under the hashtag #SottenTechbyte.
Anyway, that was Techbyte.
With Ed and Steph. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you in a fortnight's time.